Blake Griffin just joined the Nets. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
You're right.
That starting five is nuts.
Right.
Like straight from like point guard to center, like everyone is because you basically have DeAndre Jordan too,
Yeah.
court with Harden, Kyrie, KD.
Hmm.
That's crazy. And I was just kind of thinking, I was like, is that the best like kind of overall starting lineup ever? Like every position
Oh, from head to toe.
to toe, not like top
Depth.
heavy or anything, but like just point guard from center. Was DeAndre Jordan an All Star one year or no? I don't think so.
I don't know. I I know he's always been like at the top of his like center category, but I don't know if he
Yeah,
was an all star.
that's what I'm saying. Like, are these like, yeah, I don't know. Did that come across your mind at all?
When I
Or
first like initially saw it, I was like, man, like they're of course I said they're extremely top heavy because their benches, they don't have any depth. But
Mhm.
the one thing, is nice about them, like you can substitute one out and there's still two superstars in your game.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and then like I had like this like weird thought, and I saw Nick Wright kind of like back me up. Every time LeBron's won a title, another super team has formed the next season, or like he's like made the finals. Like in '07, they got swept by the Spurs, and the Celtics' big three became into fruition that offseason.
Yeah.
And 2012, when LeBron won his first title, that's when like Kobe, Dwight, and Nash tried to link up in LA, even though that didn't work. It failed.
Mhm.
In 16, KD joined the Warriors after that season, and now the Nets after the Lakers won this past season.
Yeah. Um and I don't know. I the thing about it, there was like some weird Twitter talk about like just like oh KD like he's doing the same thing. KD to the this is like KD to the Warriors esque, but I don't think that at all. Like I'm not hating on this at all. Like at
Mm-hmm.
least that's the whole thing with like I like when you build it from the ground up, free agency edition.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Durant going to the Nets just randomly was very risky.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm impressed. Like I'll be impressed if they win. Like very impressed. Even if like they have the stacked team on the team on paper. Like I don't know, this is way more impressive to me. I don't know. But I mean Blake Griffin is kind of slept on, I feel like. You
I mean,
know?
he's had like he's put production up there in Detroit. However, this season he was lacking, but now I feel like he's about to ball out.
Yeah. Like I'm like looking at stats. I mean, he's scoring like 12 a game right now. He does not care.
Yeah.
He's in Detroit. They're the worst team. But I remember when he first got there, a couple years ago, he was balling because I think he started shooting threes.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was like the big adjustment. Um, yeah, he was shooting seven threes a game since he got to Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I mean, if Blake Griffin's your fourth or fifth best player, like you're nice. Um, but I mean, they do have Joe Harris still. Um, who else?
Jeff Green.
Yeah.
Jeff Green's a nice addition. The way you
Yeah,
wrote over that man,
he's
the way you
okay.
wrote over that man's game was disrespectful.
Jeff Green is not like. I mean, he's an average seventh man. I feel like.
Therefore, that's what you need in a
Yeah.
championship. Put some respect on Jeff Green's name.
um, I remember watching one of their games, and I was like, I was watching KD, Harden, Jeff Green. And I was like, whoa, this is like, because they were all on the Thunder as well. Like Jeff Green was on that draft class with Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Kind of, and Roberson, he's on that team as well.
Andre Roberson's on the
Yeah,
Nets.
he's on the
I didn't.
Nets.
I didn't know that.
I was like, geez, this is like the Thunder all over again. Um, but yeah, let's see, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan. Um, I mean, I'm just waiting. I think the Nets are. Let's see. Are Are the Nets more of a for sure lock than the Lakers right now? I would think so to go to
Yeah.
the finals.
Yes.
Um,
I think there's no pressure on a later repeat with the Nets.
yeah. I think the Lakers have a way tougher road right now. Um, yeah, just the Nets are just gonna be chilling. Like Kevin Durant's been out for a month, and they're just vibing. They're two
Yeah.
seed in the East. I mean, I'm not really scared of the Sixers. I don't,
I think the West is actually going to cool off in the second half. So like I still think the Utah Jazz to this day are frauds. You know, if I'm wrong,
yeah,
they are the 2014, 2015 Atlanta Hawks. They're frauds.
yeah,
Um, I think Phoenix is developing too early because of the 2 seed. Then you have the Clippers. I'm not worried about Kawhi Leonard and playoff pandemic P. Like I think the West will cool off. And the Lakers don't care about seedings. We know this about LeBron James teams. Get them in the playoffs. We'll see what happens.
yeah. I mean, they're a lock for the top four at
For,
least. Like worst case scenario, they're gonna be a 4 seed. Um, I mean, when is Anthony Davis coming back? In 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
man, here's my thing. I don't think 80. We ain't gonna see 80 till April.
I saw a theory that he's faking it. Um,
I don't think he's faking it. Do I think they're milking it and being
milking it,
conservative
yeah,
with Anthony Davis's injury history? Yes, but the same thing goes to the Nets. Can we rely on Kyrie being there because he's injury prone?
yeah,
Can we rely on KD being there because he's also injury prone? Like that's a huge factor going into this.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm really down for a Lakers Nets finals.
Same.
That would be amazing.
Because if LeBron beats that team, there's no argument for me.
Oh yeah, yeah. Um, let's see. Yeah, I hate it every year. These random teams be like top three in the conference, and I'm not sure whether to take them serious or not. Like the Jazz and the Suns. Like I'm like, what? I don't know what to make of them. Like people are like, oh, are they a finals contender? I like how everybody just hates on the Jazz, and everyone's okay with it. You know, with the whole. Did you peep all the Rudy Gobert, Donovan Mitchell stuff?
Yes.
Like they were picked last. Um, yeah, the disrespect is pretty funny.